There's a lot of sounds happening right now. Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my March TBR. If you can hear my radiator clacking in the background, ignore it. Sirens too. It's fine. Everything's fine. I decided that for this month, I wanted my friends to choose my TBR. I am still committed to reading down my physical TBR, and so I had them specifically choose books that I already own. And then I have two other books that I'm going to read. One of them actually is also owned, and then the other is an ARC. So I'm gonna start with the ones that my friends did not choose. And as per usual, I have a monthly buddy read with Robin. This month we will be reading A Stranger in the House by Shari LaPena. I don't know what this is about. It doesn't matter. I put it on my wish list because it's by Shari LaPena. The first thing that I ever read by her was The Couple Next Door, and I absolutely loved it. And I feel like she's just messy in a good way. And I like that. So this is what we're reading this month. Neither of us, I'm pretty sure, has read the synopsis because it's not a thing that we do, but I'm really hoping that this is a good time and we enjoy it as much as we did the other one. Next, I have The Kiss Countdown. This I have an ARC of. It comes out in April. It is a Black romance, and I believe our MMC is an astronaut and our FMC is a wedding planner, maybe? That might be right, but don't quote me. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I know. And that felt like enough. Now on to the books that my friends chose for me, starting off with Robin's chaotic ass. She chose Cain's Jawbone. So if you're unfamiliar with this, it is basically a mystery, but the pages are out of order and you're supposed to try to reconstruct it in order and figure out who the killer is. Very few people have actually been able to do it. This was a gift from Chanel and I'm really excited to give it a try. However, this is not going to be completed or by any means solved in just this month, so I will probably work on it for a while, but I'm excited to give it a try. I don't know if I'm really good at, I'm good at puzzles, I will say that. Am I good at solving mysteries? Are there times where I can predict certain things? Yes, but I feel like there's probably got to be some twists in here that make it really difficult, so we'll see how it goes. Next was Justice Choice. And this one wasn't surprising at all. I feel like we were having a conversation an hour before I asked her to pick something, and so she chose Spy Family. I'm really excited to start this. I had originally started watching the anime, and I made it through season 1, and then I realized it was a series, and I was like, let me go ahead and do that. So I have the first 3 volumes, and I haven't read a single one. So excited to finally start this series, and I really don't anticipate that I would dislike it, so I think this is gonna be a good time. Next, Chanel chose Priest by Sierra Simone. I'm really excited to read this one because a lot of people have talked about this. I've heard really great things about it. If I'm not mistaken, this is about a priest who breaks his vow. And how we get to this point, I'm not really sure. But also, if you've seen that TikTok sound going around that's like, I wanna fuck a priest, every time I hear that, I think of this. So I'm excited to see what the hype is about and if it's worth it. Then Alana chose Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna McGuire. This is the first book in the Wayward Children series, and here's the thing. I tried reading this physically a little while ago and I just wasn't into it. The audiobook is available on Script though, so I think I'll do audio or maybe a hybrid read of it and see if that works for me. I also have the second book in the series, and I feel like Robin didn't like one of the books, but I also know a lot of people who really love this series, so I'm interested to see where I fall between everyone. Next, Monet chose Beasts of Prey. Was this on my February TBR? Yes. Did I get to it? Obviously not, so it worked out. It worked out just fine. I'm excited to read this. It could potentially be, you know what, it probably won't be a buddy read, it's fine. I know very little about this. Something about a night zoo and a magical forest, I think. I assume there will be animal companions, which is something that I'm really learning that I enjoy. So I'm excited to give it a try. Hopefully I like it. Book 3 came out already, I think. So if I like this, I will continue the series. And lastly, Steph chose The Blood Trials. So I've heard a lot about this. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard that some people like the first book, don't love the second one. I've heard complaints of our main character facing racism, which I don't think is super surprising. But I mean, whatever, to each their own. What is this actually about? What are the blood trials? I don't know. Don't ask me that question. Oh, it's just a duology? Oh, well, I appreciate that. I definitely thought this was gonna be a trilogy. I'm excited to read this one. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm just excited to read it. All right, so this was my chaotic March TBR. The video that was actually supposed to go up today was going to be my monthly reset, but it just didn't work out that way. So that'll be next. And then I'll do my January wrap up. But let me know if you've read any of these or if they're on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.